Okay, so I don't know what's up. My computer crashed twice in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna say it is either something to do with the OBS combining with Wireframe Pro, because this hasn't happened really. I guess it didn't happen yesterday. Or my computer might be dying. That could be a thing. A very sad thing, but it happens. Anyways, I restarted and I killed a whole bunch of apps, and hopefully now it won't die. But if it does, I'll probably just call it because it's annoying to keep having the computer die. I'll have to probably figure out what's going on. Anywho, cool. So the idea of each one of these has like categories, right? And I think if we were to look at what we saw yesterday, just based on what people had sent us, there were already kind of like some obvious categories coming through. So services, journalism, let's just write some of these down. Services, journalism, political, mental health, homelessness, food. Let's just start with that. 1, 2, so then we had animals too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, 10. Probably missing one. I think water might be its own category. Okay. I don't know what the easiest way to alphabetize a list is in this app. This is an IDE, it's like a code editor. New file. So at least in here, I can hit F5. Not much I know. Okay. So if we were to duplicate all that, animals, oh, we want the whole thing. 3, 4, 5. I don't know what's going up. It's not really responding. I hope that doesn't mean it's about to die. Health. Yikes. That one's too big. Okay. So let's just assume that each one of these only falls into one category. Okay, this would be a really good interview question because I don't know the answer to it. What makes you trust giving to a charity? So okay, sorry, that's really small. Here, so how do you decide which charities to support, and what information do you need before you decide to donate to a given charity? My neighbor's out there with his table saw. Charity interview questions. Yeah. Because that would kind of inform what we should put here, right? Actually, no, we probably don't want it to look like that. Because we probably want to leave that for the button to look like a button. Dang, blast it. I'm just trying to put some sort of like, yeah. Okay. So how many of these in a row should there be? What do we say, 8 to 12? Actually, I don't even know what the scale of this square is. Width is 770. So that would kind of be more like it, the height. Cool. That's like an old school monitor, right? 1024, 768. So definitely don't want to like overwhelm with the number of options. Align middle, distribute horizontally. Yeah, that should do. So, that's pretty big font. What is going on? 36. So choosy charities, let's have some sort of explainer text saying like, all right. I'm thinking if we get they're in their dollar amount first. So let's instead do this as number 2. Let's see. I don't know if we should do this, but maybe we could like link them to the full list if it's like if they don't see one in there. All right. So let's make this template the same size. Lock. Cool. Let's get some of these same elements so that they're kind of consistent across the different pages. Something like that, right? All right. So choose your charities. We'll say choose your donation. See, this is where like getting it out of your head and into the real world is hard. It's way harder than I always think. All right, let's have a big ol' input box because I like big ol' input boxes. I'm talking like. Let's do this. 100% of your donation. What do they say on here? Because they had good verbiage about 100% of your donation. Cool. So this will be, let's say 25. Big old text. And right aligned, centered aligned. A rectangle. Man, I got to tell them about that. That is the most annoying thing, that the art going like that and you're about to search and you click on the wrong thing. Rectangle. I don't know. I might have an old version of the app. Maybe they've already fixed it. Text. Just getting a $sign. What was it? 36? I guess we don't need that. And then we can get another one of these, put up here, and do .00, just to show them that there's no yeah, it's not fractions. No sense. Nope, drop down. Maybe we don't even want to drop down. Okay. Month, year, quarter. I don't know what the right way to say that is. But we'll put that down here, I guess. All right, so this is one of the cool things about these sort of wireframe apps, that you can then link this to the next one. So from donation amounts, we'll go to featured charities. And then if we were to go to, I guess it's review, you're in here, you can click next, it goes to the next page. Hooray, you go back to edit. Featured charities. Let's move these somewhere. And we can move the rest of the thing up. Oh no, is it gonna die? Not yet. Okay. I moved too fast. Shouldn't have done that. I need to unlock this. Now we should be able to get. Let's see if we can relock that group. Cool. So donation amount, choose your charities, and then last but not least, enter payment. You can use debit. I don't know. I don't know. So this is like if we were going to use a payment processor like Stripe or something, it would have let's go with credit card number, and then you need to have expiration date, CVV, I think it's what it's called, and then city, this is really US centric, that's city state zip, but that's okay. We can get international stuff later. Okay. All right, that's just a generic form. Cool. Where we could put the donation like they do there. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Because I'm wondering if we put it here. Well, I guess that's fair. Could I have it selected by default? Okay. Sign up page. Donation amount. Instead of Explorer full list, let's say recommend one for us to add. So what I'm thinking is that I can't ever spell recommend. Is it 2 C's, 1 C? There's an app called Elevate that's actually one of their games is like literally their double consonant, double vowel on words that we get wrong a lot. All right, don't see one you love, recommend one for us to add. That bold it's from their previous page, the $25. All right, and then success. Let's say something like this. Here's a summary of your charitable contributions. Here's a summary of your So here's your receipt. You will see a similar charge every month. Okay. So let's say well, I guess we already kind of did it in this other one. Let's give like the breakouts of what they did. Let's say they picked 4. So these are way too small, I guess. Okay. And what is 25 divided by 4? It's like 6.25, I guess. Okay. And then let's do, instead of scribbles, let's do, that's really funny. Scribble text. If they did choose to donate, then that's subtotal. And then 10% to this site, which doesn't have a name. And then total. All right. So subtotal would be $25. And then 10% to the site is $250. And then the total is $27.50. All right. Let's leave this down here, but let's do print receipt. Okay. I mean, that's literally as simple as we can get it, right? Donation, $25 per month. This one links to Interpayment. Interpayment links to Success. Now that I'm seeing it, it's like, does Shopify do recurring? So I wonder what it looks like. Hmm. This might actually be an interesting way of doing it. I think there's also, let's see. Recurring payment app. Okay, so taking a step back. So yeah, if all it is selecting like how much. Dang. I guess the idea that it should be like capped at 25, at whatever budget, and then you could keep adding some. That was the original idea. If you did that like on an order, like on Shopify, like maybe you could add 25 quantity, to a given charity. To mean $25. But with each one that you add, it would be, just add on top of that. It wouldn't start splitting it. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see what instant payments looks like. Yeah, because the idea is that like maybe we can make it no code and not actually do anything. There's also Typeform with I think they have a payment page. A payment block, huh? Well, since we have Typeform, let's see what that looks like. Always with the blank thing. I don't know why it does that. Have to refresh the page to get to show up when you do start from scratch. All right. Payment. I don't know that I have a Stripe account at the moment. So I should probably turn off this real quick and I'll create one. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That's a really long form. Okay, maybe we don't put in all that information quite yet. What does a payment block look like? Are you looking to create order forms? This could just be a whole type form. So you need a Pro or Pro Plus, which I guess is premium. Okay. Talking about order confirmation, respondent notifications. So that is a fascinating idea. Maybe between today and tomorrow, I can create a Stripe account because there's lots of personal things like bank account information that I obviously shouldn't put in a video. But it looks like that might have everything that we need, right? So secured by Stripe, you're going to be charged this amount. I don't know if the sound came through. I doubt that it did, but it looked like, so one of the, like they had the option, right, for choosing the dorm of like 15, 20, or $25. And then they had, do you want to include a continental breakfast for $8? And so it was able to, they had like a calculator function on it that it was able to add money. So it said your total is $28, which is pretty cool. I didn't actually know it could do that. So if we go back to what this screen is, see if we can see any flaws in here. So we can say like pick your charities, pick how much you want to donate, right? Maybe we do it reverse. And then you could say like, do you want to include 10%? Right? Okay. And then I could enter the payment information, and then it can send a success email. And then I'm assuming, can we do recurring? The payment question can be used for one-time payments only. It is currently not possible to set up recurring payment with this feature. Whew. Well, that's probably fine, because we could just send out another email the month before. And maybe that can even be through Stripe if it's like collecting user information. So okay, sorry, I'm all up in my brain thinking about what that flow would look like to say that it's only like a one-time payment. You could send a recurring. You would want the charge to appear on the card as something. I don't know if you can say that in Stripe, what it should appear as. Thinking about what bank account to use. I have a company bank account that I can actually create a completely separate one just for this. And then I think the monthly thing is a pretty good feature, but I think the being able to test more quickly the roll up feature. One place, pick multiple charities, donate one amount. I think it might just work. for a no-code solution, it wouldn't be so bad. And so as a programmer, I always have to like question myself of, am I making a decision because I kind of do want to program, right? Like looking at this and thinking through it, um, I think it'd be fun, right? You pick out a theme and um, make it mobile responsive, maybe try out a new technology that I've been wanting to try. But just for starting the business or getting donations out, like that's way too much work, to be honest. So I'm trying to think about what could we do tomorrow to actually get something live, right? So the Typeform thing can do the handling of the payment. Should probably pick like a domain name at this point. But then that means I have to name it, and I've just been calling it this site, right? Or charity app or whatever. Usually it's so easy to get caught up into thinking about naming it and stuff at the beginning, but it's just kind of a waste of time. It makes you feel accomplished, but you haven't done anything. So, I don't know what to name it. But getting some sort of website, some sort of static thing like a lead pages maybe. I could put each of the charities on it. I should probably gather the list of charities that we want to include. Figure out how to do that. Should you partner with somebody, or I don't know. So that would be the smoke screen, right? That'd be the MVP. And then getting that out, I guess, with I wonder if picking charities based on like COVID relief charities. Interesting. Okay, some things to think about, sleep on. Come back tomorrow. I'll set up a Stripe account and we can put together the type form and we can put together our lead pages and hook up a domain and then find some sort of channel to blast it out on, like a Facebook ads or just social media again. That's not so bad for 5 days. I think we can get it done tomorrow. It's funny sometimes how, right, if I go back to the user stories, Do I have them still open? Nope. User stories. Right? All this stuff about accounts, emails, and following, and charities, and what it's like to sign in as a charity. Like, now that list looks absurdly long, right? But this is still a good exercise because when I talk with people, I always say, like, get the whole thing in your head, right? All the assumptions that you think, right? And let's just kind of get those out. And then you condense and you condense and you condense. And here we have, just from thinking about how do you do this onboarding, you're like, well, wow, that's actually the MVP, right? You just pick some charities, pick an amount, and then enter your credit card information. And then once you've distilled that down, it's like, well, you can pretty easily just, find another way of doing that than actually like coding the whole thing. I don't know that that's always the case. I think, but there are more and more of these like no code tools out there. I mean, Typeform is one of them. Right, and like Stripe is kind of like that, but it's getting easier, I guess, is the point, to make apps without programming. Sorry, without coding. Programming, the definition being like thinking about the data flow and how the user uses it and what should happen in different circumstances. And then coding is like the syntax of typing in, a programming language. Yeah. So let's see if we can get like the no code charity donation app. And then, yeah, so the tying the loop would be the recurring thing. Just send another email with a link to say, would you like to donate again? One of the big questions, I guess, and this may be yet to be determined and worth talking to, a lawyer, an accountant. Is what are the, like, if somebody claims it on their taxes as tax deductible, they would need like a receipt, right? And I'm assuming that the organizations need a receipt of donors. So unless we're working directly with the organization, how can we get them that information? So that's something to think on, because definitely don't want to get anybody in trouble or get in trouble myself. Cool. Awesome. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I get on my head and I forget to talk. I forget that I'm even recording. Yeah. So sorry for the disruptions of, the computer dying twice earlier. Don't know what that is, but hopefully we'll figure out something. And then, yeah, see you tomorrow to actually put this all together, and maybe it's something that we'll run over the weekend and see what it looks like on Monday. That'd be pretty cool. All right, well, that's it for now, and take care. Have a good evening. I'll be here again tomorrow, so Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 my time in Alaska, which is 4 to 6 Pacific and 7 to 9 Eastern. Cool. All right, take care. Have a great day.